on. Hello everyone, welcome to the post-match review. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. We have beaten them at Anfield, I believe, for the first time since 2016. We're talking, this is like historical, right? Some people say this is your cup final, this is that, or whatever. I don't give a shit, mate. We've just beat you. You've lost 4 in a row now. We're 2 points behind you, and you lot are the ones supposed to be going for the title. So, I don't want to speak on behalf of you lads, but that was an absolutely monumental win, and my blood pressure is fucking skyrocketed at the minute, so I need to calm down a little bit. Whilst I do that, Shreyas, talk us through your feelings, your emotions after that match, and then we'll get into all the specifics if we can even fucking remember them.
I think the hemoglobin in my blood went up by a considerable amount after this game. But I told you that Maguire is going to finish it this time. He missed it the last time around. He's going to score the winner this time, and he managed to bag it. And it is long time due for us as well as fans to actually, see us performing, not just performing, but just to see this sort of a result going our way. Because there have been so many occasions where we've been unlucky, and even though when we played good, we haven't really been able to get the win. But I think this was a very important win, not in the matter of, not just in the matter of the points table, but also for the team, because they needed this sort of win, especially away from home. And I think when you beat a team like Liverpool at Anfield in the way that we did, it does, help with the confidence of the entire team. And we've been waiting to see, this sort of a result for pretty much the entirety of, last season since Amorim has come in. And this is probably the first time I'll go and say, we've actually been able to do a job well. After the first half, it was pretty much evident we're going to be hitting them on the counter. We're just going to sit back, let them do whatever they want to do. They didn't manage to score the equalizer, but for us to have that sort of intent to then again go ahead and actually get another goal, to just sit back and again counter them, it goes on to show that this team actually has some fighting spirit. And I haven't seen this sort of spirit from this team, especially away from home.
Yeah, I honestly, if someone asks me to describe that game, even in 10 years' time, I will just say I was an absolute nervous wreck from the first minute until the end, because although it's nice to get an early goal and start right, that then sets the precedent, like, we've got to protect this lead now and sit back. Did it feel like that, Sam, for you?
There was a couple of people throwing around that whoever scored the first goal would probably go win this.
Yeah.
And that kind of made sense, because we've seen us when we've gone a goal down, we struggle and our heads drop and we struggle to get back into it. But when we've scored first, it sort of gives us that little bit of a gap and a little bit of a sort of cushion. So if they do equalise, I do think we have that approach to be able to go and win something. But yeah, I've had, I would say to you off camera, I've had colonoscopies that were less nerve-wracking than that. Because my arse was twitching the entire second half. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. It was at the point where I didn't want to look away because it was such like a sort of enticing game. But I also couldn't look at it because it was just driving my anxiety.
Felt like Ruben Amorim in the stands,
I just couldn't deal with it. And I was just like, this is horrible. This is horrible to go through. But Harry Maguire making up for the, like Shreya said, the chance they missed last time. Gets
what ball by Bruno, though, as well?
Fantastic.
Like, first time ball.
Couldn't you with a build up as well, like to get it there and stuff. So yeah, I think there was a lot of shout. We'll get on to the one negative, but I think there was a lot of players who played really, really well today. Yeah. And were a part of that win and the reason why we won.
And everything is going against you all. I think that's the main positive for me that I take out of it, is that it's at Anfield. You're defending a lead. Liverpool typically towards the end always score, or they always get a moment, which obviously they did score, but then we retaliated on top of that as well. They weathered a lot of the storms. They had 7 on the pitch towards the end of the game. They had Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo, fucking Frimpong, like basically all attacking players. Pretty much. Well. Yeah, you're talking like there's £400 million worth of talent.
They also tried to help him by giving him 8 minutes, which I have no idea where that came from.
So everything's it's after an international break. The players, they might be a little bit rusty or whatever. Everything's going against you. And sometimes, I think for United, for a lot of the times, I'm not saying this is going to be where we turn a corner and we go win 10 games in a row, because we've got Brighton next. And everyone who's in the chat right now, and you guys know as well as I do, that they can go and lose that like very easily. It's just the stuff that United do.
Brighton's a bogey team, innit?
Yeah, they'll get overcompensated with it, the fact they've just won at Anfield, and then they might take the foot off the gas and you might see a poor result against Brighton. So I don't want to go over it, but you can't look past the fact it's since 2016. 9 years, nearly a decade since we last won at Anfield. Like, that is a crazy, crazy amount of, like, a record to break. I want to get into individuals, Shreyas. I've got ones in mind, but I'll let you take the floor. Who impressed you the most in that game and why?
Le Mans did. I think, again, for a new goalkeeper who's just come in to go to Anfield and have the performance that he did. Yeah. Again, he didn't have, I wouldn't say that, that it was an easy job for him. He had a lot of shots to face and a lot of pressure, but he, went with his instincts. I've seen a lot of times keepers try to play it out the back under pressure when they think that, it is calm and composed. But for him to stick to his guns, going long, avoiding, proceeding with caution, it takes a lot, So Le Mans impressed me. Casemiro impressed me a lot as well today. I think he was absolutely incredible. And one of the biggest reasons why we didn't get overrun in midfield, I think the partnership with Bruno and Casemiro, the way they, they just switched it out every single time, with the snap of a finger. I think both of them complemented each other really well. I think Ahmad was looking like Ahmad back again today. Yeah. He was on it from the get-go every single time. And I think he gave Kirkes a very hard time. I think Kirkes would have been relieved that he got taken off.
Shit, innit? What he's got, he's shit. Honestly.
It's a really hard word for Scousers to say as well. Kirkes.
Kirkes. He is not he's not the same player that he was at Bournemouth. I mean, he's using him differently. It seems like he's using him more for like build up and like an inverted wing back, where Kirkes at Bournemouth, I'm just flying down the wing and putting crosses in.
Frimpong as well. Frimpong, yeah, shadowing himself.
Came off. We'll dive more into players. I want to get Sam's as well on this. I mean, having a goalkeeper like that, Sam, at the back, I think genuinely, if that's Onana or Bayandera in that, I think we draw or lose that game.
Yeah, if it was Bayandera, we would have conceded off every cross that Szoboszlai made.
A safe pair of hands is so important, isn't it?
Well, there was not just a safe pair of hands, but that save he made with his feet, that was a brutal save. Closing Salah down when he had that chance, he came straight out and just sort of made himself look big, try and put him off, which he did. I mean, Salah's been piss poor this entire season, to be honest, but that's important. Catching the ball, like Shreya said, just being there, make sure he gets hold of it. He was doing a lot of long kicks, which obviously was the tactic, soak up pressure and then get the ball out and on the counter to Mbeumo, Cunha and that. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but it sort of alleviated a lot of the pressure. When we play out from the back, and we're just terrible at it, and then the teams like Liverpool and stuff just press the life out of us and we lose the ball and then we just give ourselves chances. So it just alleviated that. So it stopped Liverpool being able to do the stuff that they're really good at. And we sort of just eliminated that. And it just seems like a lot of teams are doing that. Like Arsenal are basically watertight at the back and then they just wait for a set piece to get one in. And that's how they win games. City, very similar. They've changed their style completely, relying on set pieces. So United have had to find a way, and I think tactically he's outdone Slot there. Obviously, we rode our luck a couple of times. The Gakpo hit the woodwork, three times or something.
Yeah. We did as well. Bruno had a massive chance.
Bruno hit the post as well. And then obviously was that Gakpo chance right after we scored, where he heads it wide. It's like a sitter. Yeah. So we rode our luck, but to be honest, how many times have the luck not gone our way in games?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about time we reduce some once. So very, very happy with the way things have gone.
A manager is always based on the decisions that he makes, whether it's pre-match Shreyas or during the game, substitutions, etc., which Amarin's been criticised of before. But a lineup, when you see, and everyone was saying this from the majority of opinions I saw before the game, and apologies that we couldn't do the pre-match build-up to everyone who's watching, and that's on me. But the team that came out, you had Maguire, Shaw, you had Lenny Oro was benched, Šeško was benched, Cunha starting up top. But it worked, didn't it, really? You think about the decisions that he made. Cunha starting, obviously he didn't start the last game against Sunderland. So important, just keeping it up the pitch, keeping players off him, running the clock down at certain moments, dribbling with the ball, and then Maguire as well with another. Do you think that's Maguire's biggest moment in the shirt? A winner at Anfield.
Leon
He's had-
game?
Is that bigger than a win at Anfield, though?
I don't know. I think the atmosphere of the Leon thing was just so mental, wasn't it? It was so crazy.
Because it didn't lead to anything. It doesn't
yeah,
like with me
no,
now.
I understand. I understand.
This could like we're now 2 points off fourth, I think.
Are we eighth?
Yeah, something like that. But 2 points off fourth, but 6 points off first. And then we've got a decent run of fixtures. We've already played Chelsea, City, Arsenal, and Liverpool already. So, sorry, Shreyas, I've basically taken that away from you there. But, yeah, the starting lineup, there was worries, weren't there? But Amorim's been justified, right?
I think I wasn't surprised he went with Maguire because, again, last year around as well, Maguire was phenomenal at Anfield. And I think going by what he wanted to, the way he wanted to play, he needed Maguire in that back line. Because if you want to play off the back foot and you want someone who can, glide the ball away, when you're under pressure, I think you need Maguire in that back line. De Ligt had to play because of the, just the sheer physicality and, his precision with blocking. You need that in the back line. I think Shaw was someone who was a doubt for sure because I think a lot of people would have gone with Euro in there instead of Shaw, but he held up his own for the most part in that game. Dallo, I think we all knew what you were going to get.
We need 10 minutes on Dallo later.
Yeah.
He had bad moments, but he had towards the end of the game. He had a couple of good moments. Rescued it a little bit, but I think he probably overshadowed.
The thing is, if Liverpool would have capitalized on those opportunities that he created for them, we wouldn't even be discussing that last moment. I remember he basically made an assist to Isak when Le Mans blocked it with his leg.
Yeah.
It didn't need to happen in the first place. And on so many opportunities, when, I saw Bruno switching it out, I saw Ahmad switching it out, he missed the ball completely. He was trying to shoot and he missed the ball completely.
Yeah.
So I think Dallo was, again, a pick that still baffles people. But for the most part, I understood why he went with the side that he did. I was glad to see him, in a big game going with Ahmad and Mbeumo on the right-hand side, because I think that right-hand side, Ahmad, Mbeumo and De Ligt, I think it changed the game completely.
Yeah. Let's dive into the comments then, because we've been live now for a while, so I want to see what everyone's saying. Get your opinions in the comments section. Make sure you smite that like button. That could be a new thing. That smite the like button and subscribe to the channel. Right, Lumen saying big up. Tim99 saying brilliant. UTFR saying well that was fucking brilliant. United. Oh my lord, lads, get in. Son Sir Michael has brought some steel to that defence. Seriously, if we can't build momentum after that, Ruben will never be able to do it. Slots lost his head and we stuck in and finally fought tooth and nail for 3 points. Those Scouse tears are lovely. Reckon that injury time has taken the best part of 4 years of my life. Yeah, the blood pressure, honestly, unreal. T2 saying thought Amorim let Kirkez off the hook by taking off Ahmad. Him and Mbeumo had him on toast. He had a yellow card though, Ahmad, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember.
A lot of people were losing their shit online about it. And I was like, he is on a yellow, and we had like 30 minutes to go. And obviously he's gonna have to defend for his life. And he's not a defender at heart, so he might make a tackle. And especially with that tackle that he got a yellow for, it wasn't
a yellow.
Stupid.
Yeah, what a foul!
Stupid.
Like he got the ball. Like it's ridiculous. So yeah, I understand it. I get it.
Yeah. James McGrogan saying Liverpool tried a blitzkrieg and we still came away with the points, although it's worth so much more in that dressing room than 3 points. Couldn't agree more, to be honest with you. I don't want to be getting into negatives, but sooner Dallo is sold, the better. I think everyone's agreed on that. Everyone's, absolutely with you on that. Absolutely fucking buzzing after that. That must be 10 years since we won there. Yeah, 2016 was the last time. And Amorim's selection was perfect today. I have to give him that.
Was it Wayne Rooney? I think.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Look, I thought the main thing for me was what I was impressed with was the concentration and focus, because as soon as they get one, especially at Anfield, it's very easy to crumble and collapse, and we've seen these boys do it. Yeah. And I think as a collective, all of them today was together and just had one mission and wanted to get there towards the end. I just really hope that this can turn into something, because again, if you go and lose to Brighton in a poor performance, you get beat 3-1 like a Brentford game, because that was 3 weeks ago. It's like it doesn't mean anything. You've got a genuine chance now with a win like that over Liverpool. It can do so much for a team. You can push into Europe if you play like that. Like that's one of the toughest games you will get in the Premier League easily.
Exactly.
away at Anfield when they're on a 3 loss streak. It doesn't really get tougher than that, especially with the players that they had at the end of the pitch. So I'm so happy we got that win, man. Yeah, who I don't know if you want to get into man of the match or anything like that, but who stood out for you guys today? Who would you give it to? Who was the most important player in that game? Because everyone had a moment, it felt like, a little bit, didn't
they? For me, I think that whole right-hand side up until Ahmad went off was fantastic.
I would give it to
De Ligt, Ahmad, and Mbumo. I think the whole first half, they were phenomenal. Like, just getting up and down, defending, making things happen. I thought Lamens is in with a shout. I thought he was excellent. Bruno and Cass were really good together. I think about 70 minutes, Bruno started to tire and started to get a bit sloppy, but I think he was really, really good. That's the best performance I've seen him in that 8 position. Like, since
the first half, I agree. I didn't think he was great second half at all.
Yeah, they're my sort of shouts I would put in the hat, I think.
Yeah. More impressive that it's a collective, really, isn't it? Rather than like, you can cherry pick.
It's a team performance, isn't it? Team performance.
Yeah, I think that, and that's the most important thing. And especially now, like, it sounds like such a mad thing to say, but back-to-back wins for the first time is like, so you look at it, you're like, fucking hell. And you've got to run of games now. I mean, the next 10 Premier League games, Treyas, Brighton, Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace, West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Villa, Newcastle. It's not the worst run in the world. 2 points off 4, 6 points off first. You've got to start building momentum in this game now. And based on that, what you've watched, who should be your starting, or what should be the next team? Who deserves a start?
I think Le Mans definitely, De Ligt definitely. I would even say, you could go with Maguire and Euro there. I think Maguire is on the spot back. Casemiro and Bruno are sure shot starters as well. I think both of them, I think that's the best midfield partnership that you've got at the moment that can make this team click. And Ahmad as well. I'm so happy to see Ahmad back in groove after so much time. Ahmad and Mbumo pick themselves. I'm glad to see that we've got some good competition in the attack. I think Dalot picks himself out of the team as well. I think Dorgu comes in or Mazraoui comes in there. I don't mind.
He's going to play, Shreyas. He's going to play against Brighton.
Kidnap him, find his address, do something.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think the attack is something where there could be changes. Sesko can come in, Cunha can come out, Mount can come out. So it's good to have these sort of alternatives, because one thing for sure is the options that you've got, all of them have enough quality to actually start these games. And one thing for sure is, Cunha deserves a lot of credit today as well. The amount of times he controlled the ball, with time wasting as well. And the way he, just retained the ball for so many minutes and wasted time. I think he deserves a massive shout out.
Yeah. People may, after the game, they may look back at it and go, oh, United got lucky at times. And tell me a game where people played at Anfield, but you haven't needed a bit of luck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everything, to get a result at Anfield, 9 times out of 10, like, everything has to be in perfect circulation. Like, you have to be a bit lucky because you're going to get shots on goal. You've got to take your chances, which we did for the majority of the times, bar Bruno Fernandes. And you've got to be resilient, and you've got to be together, and you've got to fight. And they did all of it. So I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't believe we got a win there. And get me back on TalkSport with that guy. I can't remember his name. I think it was Neil.
Yeah.
Get me back on there. Give me 10 minutes just to fucking drill him for 10. Honestly, that is all I need in my life, because how cocky he was. He was like, oh, I love pressure. I want the pressure. I want the pressure. Give it me. Yeah. Well, you've got it now. 4 losses, 2 points behind you. And that's how quickly Premier League football can change. It's absolutely mad. Right, back into the comments. FotMob has given Le Mans man of the match, which I don't mind. Think it's got to be Cunha for me, then Maguire. Cunha's footballing IQ is something we've been starved of with ex-players like Game and Rashford. Yeah, spot on. Especially towards the end, there was a moment with Cunha. He was going back and forth with Kanate. He was pulling it like, oh, I've got cramp. I think just street smarts, innit? You know what I mean? Like,
there was a bit, I think they won a free kick in like the 98th minute, and he's just stood in front of the ball, stopping him completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pissing him off. And you're just like, and you're like, where's this been? Why have we not done any of this stuff in the last like however many years? Like, we need to be doing more of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Harry Maguire's been speaking after his goal. I've just seen videos of in the dressing room, like post-match scenes. Roy Keane on Harry Maguire defensively was absolutely fantastic, which that is a rare thing to hear from Roy Keane. Maguire said we've got
positive.
Yeah, and Neville. Do you know what I found mad? Gary Neville was telegraphing that second goal for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, he said it. He's like, there's a goal for
He kept
United.
saying,
There's
no,
a goal.
I think United are going to get another here. I think United. I was like, okay, Gary, fucking cursing it, shut up.
Carragher's like, oh, there's a goal for Liverpool as well, though. There's a goal for Liverpool.
He said, this is Maguire, we won't get carried away because we can't afford that as a club. We will use it as motivation. In this club, it'll mean a lot this week, and then we have Brighton at home next week, so we have to remain calm. I've seen a lot of Juan Mata's goals this week. Hopefully, in some years, people will be looking at my header. They will. It's a massive, massive moment for him, and he should be proud. And he had a good game as well. I didn't really notice him out of place a lot, Harry Maguire. I thought any kind of really important, dangerous crosses coming into the box, he was dealing with the majority of the time, playing out from the back. He was decent. He did his job. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the people were saying, oh, why has he picked Maguire? Why is Euro not playing? Like, blah, blah. That's why he picked Maguire, because he knew there was going to be crosses. They knew there was going to be balls into the box, and he knew he needed someone to deal with them.
Yeah.
And while De Ligt is a unit and he's decent, Euro's not that great in the air. Like, he isn't. He's better with the ball at his feet. He's better with the ball on the ground. So that's why you need that, and it's paid off. Like, it's literally paid off.
So what next now? Can we finally get behind this team, Shreyas? Can we start to have a bit of belief? Have they earned enough credit now? Because the start of the season has been really up and down. We was looking at the form, kind of forecasting it before it. It was win-loss, and we was due a loss, but they just beat Liverpool. So do you believe in this team now that we can finally get the wheels going?
That next game is going to speak a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's Brighton, it's at home. Yeah. So if we can go there and emulate this sort of a result against Brighton as well, that's when I can go and say, this is something where you can actually believe in this team to actually, manage to get some results in. Because like you mentioned before as well, Brighton is a bogey team. Every single time we play against them, we seem to falter. If United can actually get a win against Brighton, I think that will be a big move, because 3 wins in a row, you start to build some momentum. And once this team itself sees itself, climbing from 14th, they move to 10th, now they move to 9th, 7th, 6th, 5th. The momentum just builds inside the team. And when you've got a team believing that they can actually do it, you can see that sort of confidence, emulating in the performances as well.
Yeah. 9th in the table, which it doesn't feel like it, but honestly, if you look at the table,
just 3 points off second.
It's so
just
close.
3 points off second.
Everyone's on 13, 14, 15 points. So I mean, it's mad, the Premier League. Tottenham lost today, obviously.
Yep.
Liverpool lost. Arsenal, City won, but then other teams around them dropping points. It's
Bournemouth dropped points and Palace dropped points yesterday, draw. So anybody can, if you can put a run together of 4 or 5 wins,
exactly,
you can find yourself near the top of the table. Like, you could.
At the start of this preview, Sam, you mentioned there was something negative which we'll get on. I don't know if I covered it already.
Diego Dallo, we sort of touched on it, but there was a lot of times he gave the ball away. Always gave an opportunity
to
Liverpool
as well.
His first touch was terrible. There was a flick that he tried to do. Lost the ball, and then Casemiro ended up getting booked because he had to make that tackle, to stop the Liverpool counter, which then meant he had to go off because he was on a yellow. And you know what Casemiro's like on a yellow? It's only a matter of time before he gets the other one and ends up getting sent off. So, I just thought he was really poor today, really, really poor. And he's been having a few poor games for a while now, and it's...
But he always starts the big games, doesn't he?
It's just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. He must be Messi-like in training because... Honestly, on the pitch, I just don't see. I don't see it. I really don't.
Yeah. The better question is: are you ever going to get that bottle of cider open? Because that just seems like.
Look at the state of this. Like, the corkscrew.
What are you doing? It's broke.
The corkscrew broke in it, right? So that's the corkscrew. So that's there. So that broke off, and then I don't know how to get it out. So I've got pliers. I got a screwdriver. I've got a knife. I'm trying to get it open. I don't know how to get it open. So if anybody's got any tips in the chat, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll leave that. Will Sam get it open within the next 24 hours?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
In the comment section. I'll read these last few comments out, and then we'll go and enjoy the post-match analysis and other bits. Cunha deserves a shout. Team of the match for me. That's what I'm going with. I'm not going to cherry pick one. I'm just going to go with the full team. I thought they did well.
I agree.
Cunha on the field is a prick, but he's our prick. I'll take that all the time. Don't you think Slot is going to end up like Ange? No, it's too early. It's too early to say that.
No.
No, not just yet.
Liverpool's hierarchy is not Marinakis, who is an absolute lunatic. So I think
crazy, right? Isn't it? Just absolute mental.
That bet, like you told me about that, and I saw it on Twitter. Like apparently, one of your mates has put on that Marinakis will end up in the dugout at some point during the season.
Mad.
I can fucking see it at this point. I can really see it.
He might even be in the chat right now. So we did a show for a bit called Hot Takes, and someone in the comments genuinely put, I could see Marinakis being an interim manager towards the end of the season.
I can see it now. I could definitely see it.
And it's like, wow, like it could happen. But that's the Premier League for you. It's crazy, isn't it? But it's one of the best leagues in the world, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I think our man of the match is the team in general. A really important result at Anfield. Brighton next. Typically, Brighton's a bogey team. They've just won their last game, I think. So it's important to go and build on that. And if you can, then maybe, that Ruben Amorim song that echoes around Old Trafford, people can actually start full on believing and getting behind the team and going somewhere along this road rather than, disappointment after disappointment. So
maybe that United Strand can finally get his haircut soon.
Yeah.
Who knows? And then what will he do then?
Yeah, he's got to find something else.
He's got to find something else, but yeah. Anyway, big up everyone watching. Sorry about the pre-match, like I touched on before. It was my fault, so sorry about that if you was waiting for the build-up. But listen, we got the win. If you can be so kind to leave a like on the video for us, that'd be great. Subscribe to the channel, and if you're watching this post-match review later on, let us know in the comment section what time Sam will open that bottle of cider. Okay?
I'll take bets. Bets.
Any bets? Appreciate you all. Appreciate Sam and Shreyas. United have won at Anfield for the first time since 2016. Up the fucking